Sabotage at Lucky Llama Land has 1 to 4 players racing for clues in order to discover who sabotaged 3 of the carnival rides. Players simultaneously grab cards and deduce clues while trying to learn who sabotaged which ride, on which day, and with which weapon. Haba Games provided this in exchange for an honest review. After choosing a key color for the group, players grab cards from the middle to build a set of clues in order to eliminate possibilities. All clues are out on the table, but only cards with the matching key color will help in that particular game. Witness cards are worth 2 or 3 investigative points. Lab cards are worth 4. The icons on the back show possible crime categories, tool used, perpetrator, day of the crime, crime scene, and the order of the crimes. Witness cards usually provide a statement, but lab cards show 1 of 3 types of clues. Shoe prints may require the mirror card to figure out which shoe print was found at that attraction. Ticket fragments help figure out which day the perpetrator visited the park and committed their crime. Snapshots show disguised perpetrators near the attraction they sabotaged, but sharp eyes will spot the tool they used to do the deed. Players track information on their dry erase briefcase screen. Incorrect information can be crossed out, correct information from clues or deduction can be circled. The first player to solve the case may grab the key from the center of the table. Generate the 3-digit key code by matching the correct suspect on the correct day to the tool they used and which ride they sabotaged. Once everyone is done, investigators check their solution by looking for that number on the solution board. If your code isn't present, well, if your code is present, insert the key into the matching hole, then flip the board. If the color on the back matches the key, you're correct. The real question is, are you the most efficient investigator? All correct investigators add up their clue cards as investigative points. If the fastest investigator with the key was correct, they may discard 1 of their lowest numbered clues. The player with the fewest points wins. Investigate using clues, deduce the truth, and solve the crimes. That's the key Sabotage at Lucky Llama Land. Our games of the key Sabotage at Lucky Llama Land, including setup and takedown, have been around 25 minutes. Once you know how to play, the length doesn't change very much as most of the game is played simultaneously. This is definitely a weeknight game. Because the game is played simultaneously, it doesn't change much with different player counts. The solo game challenges you to beat a score by solving the mystery with as few clues as possible. In the multiplayer game, the fastest to solve the crime drops 1 card from their score if they solve the case correctly. Because of the central area, you'll need about 3 feet by 3 feet. A square or circular table is better than a rectangular one. Otherwise, someone is going to be at a slight disadvantage when reading for cards. A 6-year-old could grasp the rules, but the need to be quick on your feet means experienced 7-year-old gamers are a better fit. How long before they're able to solve cases or even win depend on the kid. In our third game of the key Sabotage at Lucky Llama Land, we used the gray key. That must be my lucky color, because every card I grabbed helped move me toward the correct solution. I had a score of 18. Mom also had the answers, but finished with 28. Dad made a mistake, so wah. My score was our new all-time high. The record stood for 1 game. The key Sabotage at Lucky Llama Land's cards feel nice and are easy to pick up, an important feature when racing against one another. The graphic design is good and you can easily see the card type, point value, and key color code. This is one of the smartest designs of the game. The colors are always in the same location on the back, so you have another piece of info to help you from making mistakes and could help people with color blindness. Mistakes will still happen due to the race element. If you or any players in your family/group panic in tense situations or have mobility issues, you might want to pass on this or maybe stick to the solo game where speed doesn't really matter. For those who do enjoy this or are able to compete, don't forget, efficiency is more important than speed. I like the variety of clues. The footprints can be tricky, so be sharp. The photo requires you to build a 3D map in your head. Very clever design. The game relies on luck. Sometimes you'll keep grabbing cards that don't help at that time. Thankfully, you have the icons on the backs to help guide you toward what you need. When it comes down to it, this is an approachable 20 to 25 minute game, so if things don't go well, just reset and give it another try. You can play at least 9 times thanks to the different keys. The thing is, how likely are you to remember the exact number after a few months? I think most families will be able to get more than their money's worth. The key Sabotage at Lucky Llama Land has a clever system that I hope is supported for a long time. In fact, this is already one of 3 key games released, and there will probably be many more. While I enjoy mysteries and deduction puzzles, perhaps a theme where you're trying to fix a stranded ship in space or at sea might appeal to families who don't want to share crimes with their young children. Otherwise, the Key Sabotage at Lucky Lava Land is a great way to introduce young and new players to logic puzzles, so check it out.